There is a story the elders of Ile-Ife whisper before they let the fire down. A story so old, it predates memory itself. Older than the walls of the palace, older than the crowns that sit on royal heads across Yorubaland today. It begins not on earth, but above it, in a place with no rivers, no soil, no ground to stand on at all. Just water, endless, black and waiting. Picture it, a sky kingdom called Orun, where the supreme being, Olodumare, rules over beings of light and purpose. Down below, nothing but a churning marsh of water and marshland stretches in every direction, formless and silent. No footprints have ever touched it, no voice has ever echoed across it. It is a world unfinished, and Olodumare decides it is time to finish it. He summons a son of the sky. His name is Obatala. Obatala is handed everything he needs: a snail shell filled with sand, a 5-toed hen, a chameleon to test the ground, and a palm nut. His task is sacred, almost impossibly simple to describe and impossibly heavy to carry: descend into the void and build the world. But here is where the story turns, because Obatala never makes it down. On his way he stops, he finds palm wine, and being a spirit, being someone who has perhaps never known temptation quite like this, he drinks, cup after cup, until the weight of his mission dissolves into a haze. He falls asleep at the very gates of destiny, the sacred material still clutched in his hands, undelivered. Up in Orun, time does not pause for anyone's mistakes, and so, when Obatala fails to return, another figure steps forward from the shadows of the sky court, quiet, watching, waiting for exactly this moment. His name is ODUDUWA. Some say he was Obatala's brother, some say a rival, some say a servant who saw an opportunity no one else dared take, but every version agrees on this. ODUDUWA took the materials, the snail shell of sand, the hen, the chameleon, and did what Obatala could not. He descended. Imagine that fall, a being of light dropping through darkness into an ocean with no edges, no witnesses, nothing to catch him but faith in a task he wasn't even assigned. When he reaches the water, he scatters the sand across its surface, releases the 5-toed hen, and the hen, this is the part that still gives people chills when it's told right, begins to scratch and kick at the sand, flinging it outward in every direction, faster and faster, until the scattered grains spread wide enough to become land. Solid ground where there was none before. The chameleon steps out first, testing this new earth with slow, careful feet, because even creation itself doesn't trust its footing right away. And when the ground holds, when it doesn't swallow him whole, the chameleon signals that it's done. The world is born, and his name is Eve, that which spreads wide. Now here's where the story gets dangerous, because when Obatala wakes up, sober, ashamed, and far too late, he learns what happened while he slept. Someone else finished what he was chosen to do. Someone else's name would be etched into the beginning of everything. And Obatala does not take it well. Furious, humiliated, he descends to Ife to challenge ODUDUWA, to reclaim what he believes is rightfully his. What follows is not spoken of gently in the old tellings. There is conflict. There is a struggle between the one who was meant to create and the one who actually did. A tension that some versions of this story turn into open war between their followers. The beginning of a rivalry between two forces that even today sit at the root of Yoruba spiritual life. Obatala, associated with purity, molding, and the shaping of human form, and ODUDUWA, associated with kingship, the earth itself, and the fierce will to act when others hesitate. Eventually, the Sky Court intervenes. Olodumare does not undo what has been done. The world stands. Oduduwa's claim stands. But Obatala is given his own eternal role, molder of human bodies, keeper of purity, forever tied to creation, even if he lost the race to complete it. Two gods, two legacies, born from a single moment of failure and a single moment of daring. But Oduduwa's story does not end at the shoreline of a new world. He becomes king, not just of a village, not just of a shrine. He becomes the first king, the ancestral root from which every Yoruba crown is said to descend. His children and grandchildren, the stories say, scatter outward from Ife to found the great kingdoms, Oyo, Benin, Ketu, Sabe, each ruler tracing a thread of legitimacy back to this one figure who stepped off a cliff of sky into nothing and turned nothing into everything. Think about what that means. Every Oba who has ever sat on a Yoruba throne, every crown beaded with symbols of ancestry, every royal staff, all of it traces back to a single act of someone choosing to move when the one who was supposed to move didn't. And maybe that's the real weight of this story. Not the sand, not the hen, not even the war between two gods. Is this. Greatness is rarely handed only to the chosen. Sometimes it's handed to the one who's ready, the one who acts while others hesitate, drink, sleep, or wait for permission that may never come. Obatala was given the mission, but Oduduwa seized the moment, and somewhere between failure and daring, a kingdom and a people's entire sense of who they are was born. So the next time you hear the name Oduduwa, understand this isn't just a myth about a god who made land out of water. It's a story about what happens the instant someone else's hesitation becomes your opportunity. The question the elders leave hanging in the firelight is always the same one. If you were standing at those gates, palm wine in one hand, destiny in the other, which one would you choose?